Hello, this video has been created by Green Mountain Geographics to help users new to 3D GIS learn how to begin creating compelling 3D environments. This video will use Google's SketchUp version 8 and ESRI's ArcGIS version 10. Both Google and Esri released new versions of their flagship software in the summer of 2010. In the past years, we have enjoyed the ability to go from SketchUp to ArcGIS, but not from ArcGIS back to SketchUp, where we could make changes to the building models. This capability is now possible by using Collada as a data exchange format, which both Google and Esri now support. This particular video will only cover moving building models created in SketchUp 8 to an ESRI multi-patch feature class for use in ArcScene or ArcGlobe. We will leave the multi-patch back to SketchUp for another day. To get started, simply start SketchUp version 8 and make sure you have the Google toolbar displayed. We're going to first add location information using the new Add Location button. We'll zoom into the area of interest. In this case, we're going to model a house that's got the red roof there. We'll select that region, then we'll grab the image and open it up in SketchUp. There it is, ready to begin modeling. We'll move the axis and get started by probably adding a footprint, creating the dwelling area, add the roof, add the textures, and in very short order we have a completed model ready to add to the environment. We'll want to preview this model, so let's use Google Earth to do so. We can triple click on the model to select it, then press the Preview in Google Earth button on the Google toolbar. That will cause Google Earth to start and position the building model on the landscape where we can look to make sure it fits in properly and we've modeled it correctly. You might want to also consider adding your model at this point to the Google 3D Warehouse. Very easy to do by just simply pressing the Share Model button and then answer the questions that are presented on the window that opens, and it will become part of the 3D Warehouse where the Google staff can review your model and possibly accept it for display in the Google 3D environment. Why would you want to add it to the 3D Warehouse? Well, for one, it's going to give you the opportunity to gain some free publicity for your skills and your contribution to your community. Others will be able to use those models in important projects, and you can use their work as well. Best of all, copies of your models are essentially backed up on the 3D Warehouse, where if your system crashes, you'd be able to download saved copies and recover all your work. Finally, it just feels good to share. But let's go ahead and move the model to Collada so that we can begin to get it into the GIS environment. So we're going to use the export option for a 3D model under the File drop-down menu in SketchUp. Make sure that we've selected Collada as the file format. And the results will be a file named with .dae extension and a folder that holds the textures. We're now ready to start ArcGIS. We're going to use ArcScene version 10. And when that window opens up, we're going to need to have a terrain model of either a tin or a grid with an orthophoto draped on it so that we can display the models as we import them. We'll also need to have a geodatabase ready to accept the model. So in this case, I have a multi-patch feature class called My Buildings that I've created, and it will absorb the models as I import them. We're going to actually do the import in the 3D editor environment in ArcScene. This is new at version 10. To do so, we're going to use the Edit Placement tool. We'll click on the button, then we'll click on the layer that we want to use, and then we'll click on the orthophoto where we want the building model to initially appear. Then we'll open a window where we can navigate to the building that we're actually importing, that Collada file, and there it is on the landscape. Now we need to just fine-tune it. We're going to use the Edit Placement tool again to dynamically place the model. Simply click on the tool button again. This will cause it to be a dynamic placement tool, and we can slide the building model around to where we want it. If we have explicit measurements in which we want to do it, we can also open up a window under the File drop-down menu for the 3D editor, and we can also rotate the model. There we are. It's placed on the landscape and ready to go. We've added an attribute field to identify it, and we're set. I realize this has been quick, but I hope this has been helpful to you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us at Green Mountain Geographics at the phone number or the email address shown on the screen. Thanks for listening.